Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I'm back with another tutorial of UI design. In today's video, we are going to design a website header for a charity agency using Figma. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here I am in the Figma software. So first of all, let's take an artboard. To create an artboard, press the A key and drag a rectangle. So the width of the artboard is 1440 pixel and height would be 1200 pixel. So the first step is to create a layout grid. So select an artboard and click on layout grid. Now select columns. The count would be 8 and the margin would be 80 points. Now add another grid. Select rows and the count would be 1000. Change this type to top and height would be 8 pixel and change this gutter size to 0. Now let's create a logo first, and in this design I am using a LoRa typeface. Now press the L key and drag a line. Now add a point to the center and click on the blend tool. Now drag this point to slightly down. Now change this size to 5 pixel and change the color type to linear. And create a gradient like this. And here I already gathered some elements. So there are some pictures, icons, and here is the color palette. Now create a navigation. Change the font size to 16 pixel. Now let's add some style to this navigation. So for that I am creating a circle before every navigation links. Select these both elements, add fill. Now select both and add an auto layout. You can also press Shift A to create an auto layout. So change the position to the center. Now duplicate this link. To duplicate it, you can press Alt or Option and drag it like this. Now select these 3 links and create auto layout. Add one more link. For the icons, I am using remix icons and I will mention the link in the description. So add a search icon in the navigation. So let's create a background. Now create a rectangle with same size of this artwork. And send it to the back side. Now change the fill style to linear. But this background looks very simple, so we'll create another effect For that, create a circle and set it like this. Increase the size and send it above the background layer. Change the color to this. Now add effect, select layer blur and increase the blur value to 500 pixels and reduce the opacity to 25%. Now we are going to create some buttons over here. So create a rectangle. Make the last two corners rounded. Change the color. So I'm going to add this donation icon. And here we will add a user icon where you can log in and sign up. Now let's add a heading over here. Change font size to 60 points. Make it center aligned. Now let's add paragraph over here. So duplicate this text and change the font size to 16 points. Now reduce the width of a paragraph and increase the line spacing to 28 pixels. And add a CTA button over here. Make a rectangle. Now select these both items and add auto layout. Now add a padding. Change the fill color to green and change this text color to white. And remove the line spacing from here. Now add corner radius to 10 pixels and make it smoother. Now let's create a play button next to CTA. So for that, create a circle over here and change the color. So now we'll make a text which is rotating around this play button. So for that, add some text here. Now choose a plugin called Arc. So in this plugin, you can see how this text is bending when I'm changing this value. So set this value to 78%. Now remove this text and set this text to center of this play button. Now press K and hold down Alt and Shift key and reduce this size like this. So this text will rotate like this. Now group these two items. Now we'll make a hero image over here. So create a rectangle like this. And increase the corner radius. Now duplicate it 2 times. Now here I will gather some pictures from the Unsplash, and I'll also mention the links for these pictures in the description. Take an image. Now select this image and this shape and create a mask. Now we need to make this image black and white. So for that, reduce this saturation value. Now we'll highlight some features. Now add this icon over here. Now group these both items. Now we need to show some faces of volunteers. Now select one of these circle and choose a plugin called avatar. Do the same for the rest of the circles. Now group these 4 avatars. Select these both items and add auto layout. And add a fill to white. Now increase the padding to 20 pixel or maybe 16 pixel. Now add a drop shadow. Change the blur value to 50%. Change the Y value to 20. Now make the corner rounded. And set it like this. Now duplicate this and set it over here. So we need to change this alignment to left side. And change this alignment to the left side. So remove these avatars and create a rectangle. Now duplicate this rectangle. Select this both rectangle and make a group. And place it over like this. Now reduce the width and change the color. Now we need to change this icon. Now we need to add a third feature for the payment protection. So create a rectangle like this and change the color to green. Now add a paragraph like this. Now increase the line height to 20 points and change the para spacing to 10 points. and add a padding to 16 pixels. Now we need to add icon over here. So now add a drop shadow. Now make sure that all these elements are set properly inside this layout grid. Okay guys, so here we have designed this web header. Now let's jump into the presentation. Create an artboard. Now select this layer from the background, copy those layers and paste inside this artboard. Now place this frame inside this artboard. Add some stroke, change color to white and change the value to 10 pixels. Now change the corner radius to 60 pixels. Now add some drop shadow, change the blur value to 60% and reduce the opacity to 5%. So we don't need to make all the corners rounded. So change the value to 0 pixel for last two corners. Okay guys, so here we have designed a web header which is looking pretty good to me. So if you found this video helpful, kindly give a like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.